It's another day that ends in Y, which means it's time to wake up for safety. And coincidentally, today we are on location at RWJBarnabas Health to talk with Yusuf, a nurse here, about the letter Y in safety.
I'm excited to be on the show.
Now, we always like to start with a trivia question sent in by one of our viewers, and today's question was sent in by Kenton. Kenton asks, what letter of the alphabet helps us be healthy together?
That would be the YMCA.
Ding, ding, ding. You make it look easy.
Well, I watch this show all the time, and there are some patterns. My name starts with a Y, and I'm here to talk about the Y in safety, so...
Guilty. So what can you tell us about that Y?
In our Safety Together acronym, the Y stands for You and Me Together. There are a couple tools I'll talk about that can help everyone build that culture at RWJBH. A culture where that's how it feels, like we're all in it together. First up are cross-checks, which are a great way to keep each other and our patients safe. Then there's the 5-to-1 feedback ratio, which is a great way to build trust so that when we have to coach someone with critical feedback, it's balanced. Well, actually outbalanced by positive feedback.
Okay, now in hockey, go Devils, cross-checking is a bad thing, but I assume that's not the case here.
Correct. Far from it. Both cross-checking and 5-to-1 feedback are focused on looking out for my team members, celebrating the things we're doing well, and also being willing to give and receive feedback. We like to think of it as a simple, I'll look out for you, and you look out for me. I actually have a few clips that show these tools in action.
Can I get a quick cross-check on the mobility status of the patient I'm about to go and work with?
Of course. Thanks for asking. She's been walking with one person assisting and a walker. She's steady, but remind her to take it slow.
Great. Thanks for the cross-check.
No problem. And nice job handling the equipment fiasco yesterday. The new walkers we need should be here tomorrow.
Ha, thanks.
Oh, Dr. Terrell?
Yes?
Just a quick cross-check that you missed Miss Hicks this morning during rounds.
I did? Are you sure?
Yeah, are you able to see her before lunch?
Yes, sorry. I'll go right after my next patient. Thanks for the cross-check.
Welcome. I'll let her know.
Ah, yes, that's a very different kind of cross-check. And I wondered for a moment how the doctor was going to take that reminder. But they took it really well and seemed to honestly appreciate the, cross-check.
Honestly, it can be an issue, but that's why it's so important to be consistent, making it very clear, especially if you are in a perceived position of power, that you welcome the cross-checks, knowing that they are happening in the best interest of the patients and people in our organization. Correcting unsafe and unproductive behaviors can be challenging because it requires approaching a coworker about something they are not doing right, but letting it go can send the message that the behavior is okay. And what you permit, you promote.
True. And yeah, egos are a real thing.
Absolutely. Which is part of the reason for the 5-to-1 feedback ratio. By making an effort to recognize and give regular feedback to each other, no matter who you are, about the positive, helpful, innovative, and seemingly small things people are doing on an everyday basis, we build trust and relationships that keep our egos open to coaching, constructive, and instructive feedback when the time comes for it.
This isn't just the responsibility of a department manager.
Nope. In fact, about 50% of effective feedback should come from our peers. I mean, doesn't it feel good when the cameraman tells you the segment was great? And it doesn't have to be much. Use the lightest touch possible, which means keep it simple. Sometimes just a head nod, smile, thank you, or a thumbs up can let someone know that their good work is being noticed and appreciated. But also, recognizing each other at Huddle or on our company-wide recognition app, Recognizing You, is super cool too.
Yeah, I'd like to work in a place where we notice each other's good work. What about when it comes to cross-checks? Do they pretty much always work?
They often do. When a cross-check fails, it usually means the person you cross-checked put power distance between you and or didn't acknowledge the safety catch, in which case it's time to pivot over to ARC. The cross-check serves as the A in asking a question, so you can move to request a change, R, quickly explaining why and adding, what do you think? If they remain resistant to the request, use the safety phrase, I have a safety concern. C. Stating that you are uncomfortable with the situation may help. If not, you may need to ask your colleague to stop and use your chain of command, C, to check your thinking and help you advocate for safety. Refer difficult situations to your supervisor to take over when necessary.
Seems like the best and only answer to a cross-check is thank you.
Agreed, it should be. I heard a doctor once refer to it as having received the gift of a cross-check, and I like that.
Yeah, really captures the welcoming attitude you need to have. Any last words of advice to help make giving and receiving cross-checks easier? Or ways to keep that 5-to-1 feedback ratio?
Offer to check the work of others in small ways. Double-check a calculation, proofread a memo, offer to help a team member with their work. Point out work conditions or hazards that your team member might not have noticed. A floor that recently was mopped, a trip hazard in the lobby. These things show that you have their best interest in mind.
And that's with an N, as in November.
Nice phonetic clarification, Armando.
Nice 5-to-1 feedback.
Sorry to interrupt your TV show, Yusuf, but can you cross-check my calculation for this medication with me?
Duty calls. For sure.
Looks like that's a wrap.
The coffee is strong, the sun is getting high. Let's wake up for SAFETY.
And that finishes off our series on the Safety Together behaviors and tools. Speak up for safety. Accurately communicate. Focus on the task. Exercise and accept a questioning attitude. Thoughtfully interact. You and me together. Wow, RWJBarnabas Health is such a great place to work. Knowing that we have each other's backs, all working towards the same meaningful purpose and respecting each other in a safe workplace makes every day awesome.